Hello and welcome to my channel Skyrise Astro. Thank you for joining me today again, and I hope you are all doing well. Today we are going to talk about Leo, the horoscope of February 2024. The sixth, your seventh and eighth house will be mostly affected. So let's start with the Sun that until the 20th of February will transit the sign of Aquarius in your seventh house. Your loftiness and magnanimity, dear Leo, are in the nature of your character. But with this particular transit, they are being put into practice. And this happens in a very simple way. When you are with other people, you become generous and giving. But if you feel challenged, you may show your arrogance and intransigence. In general, however, your initial approach is well intentioned. But if anyone, from your partner to your colleagues to your competitors, feels that they are undermining you, then you can't help but show your strength. In such cases, however, the best tactic is to let anyone who is behaving with less than good intentions express themselves freely without putting up any resistance. Sorry. This will give you more opportunity to determine their true intentions. You will often find out about other people's intentions through what causes you trouble. But the good side of this transit offers you the opportunity to expand your social circle, to make suggestions, to work with consultants, notaries, lawyers, estate agents, and others. You can also show your partner, especially if you are a female, that you value and respect them, and above all, that they are your other half in everything. You must be careful, however, if this transit receives negative planetary influences, for tensions can arise from less serious causes. Next, the Sun will transit in the sign of Pisces in your eighth house. Here it is, from the 20th of February until the end of the month. The most important gift your ruler, the Sun, gives you, dear Leo, during this transit through the eighth house of your birth chart is your strong intuition and more. You are also usually driven to deep introspection in order to eliminate interests and relationships that no longer serve you and to replace them with things that are more useful to you. Sometimes you discover things about your love life. You become aware of its sufficiency or lack of it and try to shape it accordingly. However, if you are at a time when you are seeking financial solutions through third parties, you may be given this opportunity. For example, by having an individual look sympathetically at your situation and help you. Or you could be given a small consumer loan, a credit card, a bill of exchange, and so on. You may also find the right financial advisors for stock market investments, mortgages, and so on. However, if the transit receives negative influences in your personal horoscope, you must pay attention to all of the above, for the material and moral damage may not be particularly damaging, but even if it is minor, why suffer it? Let's go now to Mercury. Mercury, until the 5th of February, here it is, will stay in Capricorn in your sixth house. So, You will try to go about your present business with an eye to the benefit you will gain from it. So, uh, if your sixth house coincides with Capricorn, as in this case, your give and take will be different. And to make it more understandable, let us take two people with that combination. If you activate their sixth house from Mercury and they have to work for the same union, the person in the first case will be very disciplined in his affairs because he will not accept any reproach. In some cases, he may be in a hurry, impatient, and may even omit important things. In general, however, this is a time when you will be working on things that will take advantage of your grandiose ideas. You may even receive help from friends and acquaintances. However, if Mercury is negatively affected, a financial matter may not come to fruition. You may be troubled by your partner's child, an offer you are expecting may not materialize, and so on. Mercury from the 5th to the 20th of February will transit the sign of Aquarius in your seventh house. In this case, there is the good and the bad side of the transit, but also the necessary separation that has to be made between the 11th house of Gemini and that of Virgo, because in one case, the sign is usually in Leo, in your case, and therefore the seventh in Aquarius. So it is easy to see the difference in the way we create, relate, and communicate. If you are working on the good side of the transit, you may get the support you need from friends and acquaintances in a partnership, a competitive activity, or a marital relationship. Even counseling someone at this time can enlighten you about things you need to know. And in this sense, you have the opportunity to form alliances, attend councils, conferences, and even competitions, and test your skills to gain both satisfaction and material gain. You may even accept matchmaking proposals, not necessarily for marriage, but for many other professional or social relationships. On the negative side of the transit, however, when you receive other unfavorable radiations, things become less easy, always on the level of communications. Hopes for the realization of your current plans are often diminished, as your friends may overlook you and not take your concerns seriously, and in this occasion you may feel cold towards them. From the 20th of February until the end of the month, Mercury will move in Pisces in your 8th house. The easiest conclusion to draw is that your thoughts or some of your manipulations will not be fruitful. This is not always the style of this particular transit. Most of the time, you're aware of the possibilities you have or don't have for realizing your desires in relation to your current issues. This is important so that you don't become mentally and emotionally involved in things that cannot be done or that are ultimately unprofitable for you. You also recognize the role of certain friends in your life, but you may also be active in discovering things about an acquaintance, a child, your fourth, if you have one, a half brother, a health allowance, a person in the service, and so on. Often, you seek your validation through resources related to the stock market or values, soul searching, and the mysteries of the universe, especially in relation to life and death. Let's go now to Venus. Here it is until the 17th of February, Venus will transit the sign of Capricorn in your sixth house. This transit, dear Leo, pushes you to take on business that would normally enhance your status. For example, inviting your superiors or a public figure to dinner. Or you may be praised for an offer you have made or the way you have handled a business matter. Often you seek to improve the image of a place by being inspired by what you have gained through your social interactions. This can also be considered a good time for an opening depending on the type of business. You may also be in a good mood to deal with parenting issues. From the 17th of February until the end of the month, Venus will be in Aquarius in your seventh house. This is an advent that gives you the opportunity, dear Leo, to have an interesting social life and more. Through your social interests, you may also make acquaintances ranging from pleasant to useful. You can also create a good image by attending a council, conference, government, or business function. In short, as your prestige increases and you wish to gain popularity, but always through the more popular social classes, you have no choice but to try. But there is also the possibility of making a more intimate acquaintance not only through your social cycle but also through your professional one. Let's go now to Mars. Here it is. Mars will transit Capricorn in your sixth house until Valentine's Day on the 14th of February, the first half of the month. Dear Leo, you are going through a period in which, in addition to your usual commitments, you are undertaking to carry out business which has arisen in the meantime, and to do so quite responsibly. For example, you may be more active on behalf of an advertisement, a foreigner's own, or your own professional license, a religious or other spiritual event, the copyright of one of your works, and so on. It is the transit that leads you to conduct your business according to the logic and arrogance of the man who seeks to dominate in all his dealings, since your sign is in the sign of Leo, of course. However, if your profession involves business connected with the ninth house, this can be quite an active time for you. For example, if you are involved in journalism, publishing, law, education, travel, and so on, your customers may increase, or you may seek a chance in working conditions in a forceful but dignified way. Or organically, you usually feel overworked because of your constant activities. But don't forget that you are prone to accident. In fact, with the sixth house in Capricorn, dear Leo, fractures from falls are quite common. Also, problems with teeth, extractions, ouch, feelings, and skin rashes. So be careful. From Valentine's Day until the end of the month, for the second half of February, Mars will transit in your seventh house in the sign of Aquarius. During this transit, dear Leo, you may become involved in controversies, either for reasons of moral order or because friendly people feel that they are becoming disgusted with you and are competing with you or antagonizing you. And even if your sign is Leo, the problem seems more pronounced, for you cannot tolerate defeat from anyone. So you may start your adventure through a sports competition, a knowledge contest, or even through a court of law or through the decision of a trial. But tensions do not arise from these causes alone. It only takes a simple disagreement to feel offended and to spoil the good mood. You may also have intense confrontations with close colleagues and your partner simply because you disagree. At other times, tensions arise because you feel under surveillance unless you have a job that puts you under tension because of the hostility of others. For example, if you are a policeman, lawyer, investigator, journalist, arbitrator, or if you are an immigrant or student in another country involved in international trade and so on. But in the case of secret professional enemies, you will be given the opportunity through the said transit to perceive from their movements what insidious intentions they have against you. This is all for the month of February, dear Leo. Thank you for joining me today. Don't hesitate to have also a look at the yearly horoscope of your sign. You will find the link on the description of this video, just to have a complete image of what is going on with the sky. Thank you for joining and have a nice day. Enjoy. Bye.